Hello, everybody. Welcome on in to Mimic Loaf. I forgot what we were called again for a second. Tonight we are going to be playing, continuing our Adventures in the Astral Sea campaign. So yeah, that's going to be fun. If you can't see already, we have somebody coming back for a little bit, maybe a few sessions. Who knows? We'll see. So say hello to back to Drew, who will be playing a different character, which is already revealed on screen, but we'll get into more formal stuff later.
Jackson.
What was that? That was somebody following. Thank you so much for the follow, whoever that was.
That was not a follow.
Well, it wasn't a follow. What was it?
You should reread. You should read the chat as well.
Okay. HOTTOGO. Okay, cool. Yep. I can't see anything other than that.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Shout him out.
I just wasted my Twitch Prime sub.
Oh, well, thank you, Lefty, for your Twitch Prime sub.
Thank you. Finally, some recognition.
I told you last week I don't have access to the activity tracker at the moment, so I don't know what's happening on screen.
Oh, well.
Before we begin, obviously, thanks to our two sponsors. First, Stabby Joe & Co. Creators of some really cool shirt designs. We've got like a collab section with them. It's really cool. Go check it out. You can use code MIMIC5 at checkout to get 5% off. And our second sponsor, W.GG, creators of some jitterless energy blends. If you go there and get your supplements, you can use code MIMICLOAF to get 10% off there. I think that's pretty much all I have. So this time with a Drew, let's get into it.
With a Drew.
Jackson, if you'd
Is
like
it me?
to, yeah. Well, it's not you on the
Okay.
big screen, but you can do the recap because you had a
Yay!
hissy fit.
Yeah, back to tradition. Good, as the way things should be. So, last session, the party officially landed. Well, technically the session before, the party officially landed on the Shadow Planet, whose name is currently escaping me.
Shadowfell.
Shadowfell. Cool. Thought so, but anyway. So we landed on Shadowfell. We had 3 options of places to go. One was a big foreboding obelisk, one was a big foreboding cathedral, and one was a big foreboding graveyard. Zil decided on the obelisk because the party was a bit indecisive, so he was like, obelisk it is. On the way there, we were attacked by vampires, we assume, or we know now. And we took care of them pretty easily, which is, it was a good ego boost, I think. Then we reached the obelisk. There were 2 arm-sized holes in the front. The party kind of ummed and ahed about it, and Zil was just like, you know what? Yeah, armed and legged about it. And Zil kind of just went, whatever, I'll do it. Put his arms in, and then got injected with something that kind of messed him up a little bit. Now he's kind of tainted by the obelisk. And then upon that happening, he heard a voice crying out from the cathedral for help. So it mentioned him by name as well. So that's how you knew it was serious. So the party headed over to the cathedral. Upon walking in, Zil saw a little blonde girl sitting in front of a cracked altar in the cathedral. And then when the party kind of entered, there was a strike of lightning, and then in the flash, she disappeared. And there was a book sitting on the altar Zil was very, very compelled to go touch the book and had to be escorted out of the cathedral by Ali and John. Then a bunch of spiders swarmed in, and Charpok was like, oh no, Charpok walked in, he's like, are there any spiders in here? And then all of a sudden these monstrous giant spiders kind of crawled out, and they're like, we want to eat the party. But Charpok convinced them not to, and asked them if they knew anything about the book that was in there. Then someone like golf swung the book out of the cathedral, and it landed. Yeah, John golf swung the book out of the cathedral, and then we kind of investigated it a little bit more and kind of saw like if there was anything written in it. No one could find anything, and then Zil was just like, "Fuck it," touched the book, and now he's cursed. But no one knows. No one in the party knows that. Only Zil knows that he's cursed. So that is where the session ended. Yeah.
What if Javier knows?
Yeah, Javier could know.
We don't know.
Oh yeah, true. Who is he? We don't know.
International man of mystery.
Man in a bottle.
Cool. So that is where we'll pretty much start. So after touching the book and having and watching as Zil kind of like flicks through these pages, the text kind of reappearing on the book, kind of like this eerie, calm, like almost silence like irradiates around you. No lightning crackles from the sky. There is like this weird peace that you haven't seen in this whole time that you've been in this planet. And that is when Charpok, the bottle that you had picked up previous begins to rattle and almost like jump up left and right. You kind of like instinctively like grab it out, and then like it jumps completely out of your hand to about 1 meter, 2 meters in front of you, when the cork just completely explodes open. This blue, almost ocean water-like liquid begins to like sanguine itself out of the fancy word, sanguine. Like almost congeal itself out of this bottle, and standing in front of you now, you see a man. Drew, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Sam simping. Already. You see a man. He's got sort of dark, longer hair that it kind of looks wet, but it's kind of like flowing, like as if it's underwater, kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean style. He's got this kind of like black leather trench coat that's still dripping with water. You notice that wherever he kind of moves, he's kind of sloshing around like he's off balance. So he reaches and picks up the bottle from the ground and takes a big swig while stretching. I'm sorry if that was poor timing. I can't wait any longer for you guys to get your shit together.
Are you going to share whatever's in that?
You're welcome to try it.
I drink it all.
It doesn't seem to end.
Hot. I'm going to be here for a while.
Yet Charpok drinks it all.
Do I remember Javier?
Different.
Oh, different.
Different universe, really, isn't it?
Oh, shit, it was too.
Yeah. I was like, remember him from what?
Roll a really good history check.
Yeah.
It's, natural 50. Perfect.
You see through different universes. Almost as if the multiverse jumps out in front of you.
Who are you?
Oh, he like as soon as you say that, he kind of like does a small bow. The name's Xavier. And I was kind of waiting to see if maybe you guys could get me out of this awful place, but I mean, you guys just touch whatever, and you guys seem about as clueless as me.
I touch Javier.
Who's gonna do that?
I touched Charpok who's touching Javier.
I take
Welcome. Friend? I hope. I hold the hilt of one of my swords.
He's too pretty to not be a friend.
You flirting?
Yeah.
To Charpok.
So Javier, you can't go there. She's taken.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Well, so now I'm cursed. Now I'm just, what am I, chopped liver?
Oh.
wait, you're cursed?
Sorry.
Wow. Now that I'm
That was quick.
Now that I'm
Now
Zill.
now that I'm Zill, yeah, Zill goes to say the word cursed, and he's like, now that I'm
Powerful.
You should have a replacement word, so every time you try to say curse, it's just some
Cucumber.
specific really weird
Now that I'm
word.
cucumber.
now that I'm cucumber.
Now that you're what? Irrelevant in the eyes of this person? I'm very confused.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's why I said I'm chopped liver. Now I'm chopped liver.
I was always
Oh.
curious what would happen if you touched those kind of books. So, how do you feel, stranger?
I feel extremely unwell.
Yeah.
Don't feel good. I shouldn't have done it, but what can you
Less-
do?
Lesson learned, though. I hope.
Well, yeah, I suppose. There's not really There's not really a way to get out of this lesson now. I don't think, but the lessons is with me.
Would you like a
The
drink?
little girl is with you?
Sorry,
thought
what?
Can I insight check that?
Sure. What are you inside checking?
The deeper meaning behind what he's saying, because it doesn't seem like he's saying anything at all.
Hmm.
Okay, insight.
Javier offered you a
Jackson,
drink
roll
and I
a
asked.
Oh.
persuasion or perception. Persuasion or deception. Don't tell us which one, and give us the number.
I also asked, like the little girl
30-20.
that follows you.
Oh,
Is it good?
a 19.
Ooh. So there is definitely something not right. You can't quite pinpoint what.
Okay.
I would actually like a drink. I think I could use a drink.
I hand over the bottle.
I
Takes a
am
little
still
figures.
drinking from it.
Oh. I try to grasp it with 4 arms.
He's like
I guess it's-
holding onto it.
I let you grab it, but I'm just still with it, and I'm just not resisting, just still going.
What does it
Have a
taste
little
like?
sip, okay.
It's like the briniest seawater that you've ever had, but with like a burn of alcohol at the end, like a straight beer.
It's just like grandmother used to make.
Just
Like-
like
like-
Mama used to make.
Really bad vodka mixed with salt water. That's what I imagine.
Oh,
Yeah, so it
Sounds
almost
great.
hydrates you, but dehydrates you even more.
Yeah.
So
I
alcohol.
think it would double dehydrate you.
Yeah,
Salt water
probably.
does not hydrate you.
You drinking ocean water, Nathan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so thirsty.
It's pouring.
I
pure
kind of take a
salt
little
into
sip,
every
and I'm like,
cup.
"Oh, thank you, I appreciate it." I'm like,
I want to go over to John and just nudge him. He's like, I trust you. One of the most out of everyone. What read do you get from this guy?
Well,
Damn.
judging by that bottle, he's probably an alcoholic.
well, then we.
Well, you already have a drug addict, so it's
I was
perfect.
gonna say the party's complete
So-
now.
I think he'll fit in fine.
Yeah, the party's complete now.
All right,
Yes, I'll-
Javier.
Oh no, sorry.
Oh yeah,
I'll just look over to Javier and be like, so, how does that work? The bottle and you.
I like to think about it like my emotional escape, but also on occasion a physical one.
So
Is it a pocket dimension, or are you morphing into liquid?
Do I look like a guy that knows the answer to those questions?
clarifying, is he drinking out of the same bottle he spawned from? So I've got a question for you, Javier. Do you defecate when you're in the bottle?
That was also my question.
Do I look like the guy that has the answer to those questions?
Yeah, I feel like you'd
Have
know
you
if
not-
you were pooping.
Have
in
you
the
not
bottle.
asked these questions to yourself? Because if
Yep.
that's hypothetically, if it's true, aren't you drinking yourself?
Let me open the question to the group. Do you poop in a pocket dimension?
I do not poop at all.
So you're safe? That's good to know.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that if the pocket dimension had the right facilities, then I don't see a problem.
I do not
So-
have the facilities
so
for
if the
that big gun.
if the facilities aren't good, you can't boot. Or is it based on the dimension?
He's too fancy for that.
No, I mean like if there is
Double
if there is
VR.
a you know if there is a commode, I will use it. But if I'm in a pocket dimension and there's nowhere to go, then I will just hold it.
Wait, do you not have a pocket porta potty?
That is not what I
PPP?
thought you were going to say.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
I was like, whoa.
uh,
That's
No,
different
I-
model and dimension for that.
I don't. Do you?
No, my culture usually just eats and drinks whatever's available. As some of his liquid is still dripping from me, and I'm like,
Oh,
"Mm."
yuck. Oh, no. Usually I'll just hold on to it if there's nowhere else to go. I don't really like going in public.
John's eyeballing the
Okay.
spit and reaching for like his virus.
I get stage fright easily.
I think back to Astral shots.
It's not the way I thought the session was going to go already.
Why
That's exactly how I thought.
Damn astral shots again.
All right, we're getting off track. How'd you get trapped, and do you know anything about this place?
I've been here a little bit. How did I get trapped? Have you ever heard the saying, "Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned"?
No.
Okay, well, don't piss off women, and don't piss off women who are followers and / deities of water goddesses, or you'll be in the bad books and be sent to a place like this.
We're kind of used to pissing off powerful people, women,
but-
gods, things.
It still makes sense.
Yeah.
Checks out. What do I know? No, very little. I just wanted to get out of here. And I was honestly hoping to hitch a free ride with you guys, but looks
You
like
can.
we're all trying to figure it out.
3 platinum.
Well, I feel like we don't really know you that well, but I feel like we're all kind of on this shithole together. So, and you seem affable. So
Thank you.
you're welcome.
That's his middle name. Affable.
It is.
Affable, Javier, affable, blank.
Can I insight Zil?
Sure. Roll an insight check. Zil, you need to make a persuasion or a deception, whichever one you think it is.
Probably not going to matter, but go on.
What are you inciting, real
16.
quick? The affable part?
If he's
Me-
showing
if I'm
subtle
jealous-
signs,
if I'm
yeah,
being
subtle
jealous.
signs of jealousy. What'd you
I
roll?
can tell you right now, he's not. I rolled a 16.
I rolled a 12. No, never mind.
You can't tell.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're all kind of stuck here on this shithole of a planet, so any help is appreciated.
Well, look, I'm not going to touch any random books or put my arms into random holes. That's a good lesson that we've learnt together. And
Sorry, Ali.
oh,
Hey!
Can't help
Oh,
it.
fucking hell.
Hey,
I need it halfway through
can-
saying it. I knew where it was.
he could fit into a tiny pocket dimension in a bottle. He could fit into plenty of other places.
Yes, well, I guess we've learnt those. We have learnt those lessons at my expense, but you know, well, what can you? There's not much we can do now, anyway. So, shall we continue onwards to the graveyard?
Lead on.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
This
You
is-
guys.
do you know what this is giving me? This is giving the fucking when Thor is with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's like, "Oh, we both know who the captain here is." And they're like, "Yeah."
Of
And he's
course.
just like kind of stare at each other, like, "Yeah,
Of course.
yeah." Anyway,
You guys
to the graveyard.
begin heading towards the graveyard. It takes you just like a tiny little bit to get there, but you eventually arrive at the scene that you see in front of you. The graveyard sprawls over the landscape with countless gravestones and decrepit mausoleums lining the path. A cold, ghostly mist clings to the earth, and eerie whispers echo in the wind. The crypt doors are ajar, and the ground seems disturbed, as though something is trying to claw its way from below. As you explore the space around you, you come to find that in the center of the graveyard is a large ornate mirror. It is perched slightly up with its reflective surface covered in dirt and grime. The faint surface beneath slightly reflecting the lightning as it crackles above. What did you guys want to do?
I guess. I want to ignore the mirror, the big thing in that you described in the middle of the graveyard, and I just want to start looking at the gravestones.
Cool. Roll me an investigation check, I guess.
Natural 20, baby, for 21.
Awesome.
What a waste
Kind of
fucking investment. What a waste of a nat 20.
kind of going around the gravestones kind of one by one. You're seeing a whole bunch of they're almost like as if the gravestones, the names have been like clawed out, or like the gravestone itself has been like broken and like snapped in half. There's a number of like different statues depicting like angelic creatures that have had like, as you kind of approach them, you see like this like angel with like her hand up in a graceful position, but her face is like completely smeared with blood, as if somebody had like cut their hand and then run their hand from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the chin. You see a number of like smaller graves that depict like the graves of children. You see them completely disturbed, flowers wilted all the way around these graves, and like you can almost make out small skeletal hands perching from beneath the graves. As you kind of like go between each one, you find that there are 4 graves specifically that have larger than normal gravestones, which are a little bit more ornate, and almost look slightly reflective. It's almost as if they've got like some sort of smooth shine over the top of it. Ali?
I want to go to the weird mirror. I don't want to look in it, but I want to detect magic.
Cool. You detect magic and you get multiple pings around you throughout your compatriots, and a few on Javier, which is like the first time you've seen somebody, well, first pings that you get off Javier. You also get a like, it's almost like a like gut feeling, not necessarily a ping, but you get like this almost sickening queasiness from like something dark magic wise beneath you.
I will let everyone know. I was connected to everyone before.
Pretty sure you were.
I'll let everyone know telepathically, and then I will also ask Chapok to let Javier know in his brain.
Javier, this is the first time you've heard my voice in your head.
Guys, there's something weird about this graveyard.
It's me, your friendly bug man.
I'll be back in a sec.
I just gripped the bottle a bit, like making sure I'm holding on to it.
Just so I don't keep drinking it.
Yeah.
So I do that, but I also want to take a quick look around without disturbing any of like the skeletons or the graves or anything, to see if any of the gravestones look less dirty, like new, or maybe even cleaned.
Yep. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, I don't do investigation. 12. Oh, can I guidance myself, actually?
You can, yeah.
You can touch yourself.
Max. 16.
Cool. Kind of like looking around, you see a few of the similar structures that Zill kind of points out to you. You don't come across anything that's really been cleaned or like feels fresher or feels looked after. You do come across like a small mausoleum that has like a plaque at its gate, but the mausoleum itself is like completely blown to bits, and it just says father and mother, and then the rest is like scratched completely out of the
scratch? As in, like, from a beast or like fingernails?
Looks almost like fingernails, but
Okay.
like,
Ow.
but they have created a good like inch or two depth in this scratching. So
It's like
whatever.
powerful, but
Yeah.
no like leftover fingernails. You know, like if you scratch, it'll pop out or something. So nothing
No.
like that.
Nothing like that. Like just like this groove indent, across the front that obscures the rest of the thing. You just make out the words father and mother.
All right, I relay that to everyone.
Zill.
On those 4 graves, the ones you said that had like the ornate, shiny, polished grave stones.
Yep.
Do they have any writing? Have they been scratched and stuff like that?
You kind of like
Or they
look
kinda
at
undisturbed?
this. I'll just run it off the base of the same thing that you rolled
Mhm.
earlier. Yeah, kind of investigating these headstones, these ornate gravestones. They almost look. Like instantly, as soon as you start getting closer and start going through it and having a look at it closer, the gravestones themselves are a smooth surface. There's no writing, nothing like that in them, but they kind of come to a point at the top, which instantly you go, the top of these look like that obelisk.
Maybe I should fuck
So
with these
touchy.
gravestones. Well, I mean, I feel like
Yeah, almost as if that obelisk that was like tilted out of the ground, if it was righted perfectly upright, it would almost look like that. And it seems to be made of this. What's that? It's not. I think it's obsidian. That like really shiny stone that they used to use for like axe heads
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah,
it's like
obsidian.
volcanic
Yeah, so
glass.
Yeah, volcanic glass. It almost gives that kind of reflective, kind of solid, reflective surface, almost like that.
Yeah,
volcanic
right.
glass.
Okay. Can I like real quick, sorry. Can I try and like, I don't know, seeing as how I have that kind of connection with the obelisk, do I get anything, like, do I feel any of the kind of like the same vibes, like magic wise? Can I like do the thing where I kind of like reach out with my magic?
Yeah, give me your spellcaster, so charisma check, I believe.
Yeah.
Just look at the fucking tail of the back. Sorry.
21.
21.
Yep.
You kind of you go and like slightly touch the obelisk, and like it kind of like sparks through you, almost as if reacting to something new in your body. And you touch it, and your head instantly turns and looks at the mirror.
Oh shit.
Don't touch
Okay.
it.
Well, I'm gonna go over to the mirror and
Touch it.
I'm gonna touch it. No, I'll just walk over to the mirror and John can go.
John?
Before anyone was going to be near the mirror, I was going to look on the ground for like a rock or something, and I'm going to peg it at the mirror.
Cool.
Just
You
breaks
get
it.
You pick up a rock, you peg it at the mirror. You kind of hit it on like it's like turned like that. You kind of hit it at the top, and you notice that the mirror itself spins on the point. Like it's almost like it's held there, but then like is freely moving in its hinge. It moves slightly, but you notice that there's like grown vines, and the dirt that just is caking its surface stops it from moving all the way, but now it is more tilting upwise.
Okay,
Interesting.
I'm going to go up to the mirror then.
Can I look in the mirror?
You look
I'm
in
going
the
to
mirror.
keep an,
I'm gonna
I'm going to be
I'm
keeping
not gonna
eyes on Zill.
Yeah,
The
I'm
moment
gonna
he
look in
does
the mirror
weird
like
shit,
this.
I'm
I'm gonna do
tackling him
like
down.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, what's that? I'm gonna just do this slightly like.
I don't think there's much of a difference though.
Well, maybe if something shoots out of the top of it, only the top half of my head will be gone.
Just like blows your
Let's
head
just
off.
pull it apart. The
It's
bit with
like-
the brain.
Yeah, it's like cuts from my eyebrows above off. I'm just like,
It just makes you bald at the top, but still got the hair go down.
oh, I know. Gives me the Homer Simpson haircut.
So,
Yeah,
wait.
so you peek in on the mirror. You see that it is like it is very much caked in grime, caked in dirt. It's got like almost as if stuff has been growing over like years and years and years. It's like very much not. You can't really see much in the mirror. You do see like odd little specks of the mirror that haven't seemed to be like dirtied as much. In which you see like this like you see a reflection, but it's very hard to tell what exactly you're seeing without possibly
Cleaning it and touching the mirror. Interesting. I think I'll let someone else do that. Someone else can clean the mirror.
John sees that the mirror moves, and he's going to go up and grab the bottom of the mirror and try to flip it up.
Give me a strength check.
Okay, if this doesn't work, I'm going to activate the astral arms afterwards.
Like, give me athletics, I think this would be.
I've already got one up. Get the fucking computer decides to turn itself back on. Athletics is...
Athletics.
10.
10, cool. You kind of like lift it, and it takes a little bit, but you manage to get like some of the vines fall off and some of the dirt falls off it that's caked in it, and it is like now somewhat freely moving up and down. It seems like the mirror itself like is a 360-degree spinning mirror, so it like can move like that. You also notice it also moves left to right on the pedestal it sits on.
Okay. Nothing underneath it. I can see straight through it.
You just see like that like you see an ornate stone backing to the mirror.
Okay, so like when I lift the mirror up, there's nothing behind it.
No.
Even if I flip it all the way up, it's just...
Yeah. It seems to just point the reflective surface, or what you would assume is the reflective surface, in a particular direction.
Okay. Standing at top of the mirror and having a look around.
Yeah.
Are there any major landmarks that I can kind of point out from here?
There does not seem to be any major landmarks in the vicinity, but you can make a perception check real quick.
Zill.
I think I figured it out. I think we have to point the mirror at the obelisks. Well, not the obelisks, but the gravestones that I touched. Because that's why I was like, looked at the mirror. I feel like that's got to have something to do with it. But I don't want to touch the mirror.
Yeah, what are you doing for this whole thing? You're just standing there watching the party go.
I feel like I'd be leaning against a tree, just be like, after all of the lessons we've learnt, we're going to start touching things.
Getting blackout drunk.
I will... Yeah, I feel like at this point they're already moving it towards the grave, which was my idea as well, so...
Which was my idea originally.
As well. No, it's just like, what else have we... If there's nothing else that stands out, I will move a little bit closer to the mirror, but I'll be watching and see what John's doing.
John?
John's the trusted
And for
one.
the perception check.
Yeah, so you kind of like look out in all of the directions. It almost seems like the graveyard goes on for like miles. It doesn't, but it feels like it because of the way that the topography kind of goes out towards. You do see in one direction the small little jutting out.
A band?
A what? A band?
A band.
You see in one
You see in one direction.
You
a
see
band.
One Direction on a stage 200 meters.
Harry Styles, I love you.
Oh my
No,
god.
it's Javier Styles.
Javier Styles.
You do see the obelisk, the original obelisk, kind of jutting out from the earth. You see the fortress a little bit closer, and the other two landmarks that you kind of saw in the distance. The cathedral.
Okay. This thing's like filthy, isn't it? As well.
Yeah, this mirror is currently like caked in grime and dirt.
Caked
Okay.
up.
I am going to... I've got shitloads of random cloth from fixing my...
From wrapping your arm.
I didn't get that originally.
Yeah. I was like, oh, look, I'll give it to her. It was kind of clever, but I hated it at the same time. I'm going to pull the cloth out, and I'm going to start using the scrap bits of cloth to start wiping down the mirror.
Yeah, cool. You begin to wipe down the mirror. the dirt and the dust and the grime kind of comes off it fairly easily. You remove a few of the vines to where it is now reflecting, like it is properly reflecting. The first thing that you notice is as you look in the mirror, the reflection is the graveyard behind you, but standing at every single gravestone is a spectral figure, just kind of like looking at each one of you. Whoever's the closest person to their grave, you just see these almost gaunt skeletal with like these long flowing spectral garbs, kind of just like all like.
The moment he sees that, he's just going to lift it up, so it just reflects up to the sky somewhat, so no one can actually see the specters just at the moment.
And then at that point, you see like lightning crackle, that red lightning crackle throughout the sky. And as the mirror is pointed up, you see like this almost circular beam that shoots up when the light crackles.
Put it back
what
down.
The web?
What are you summoning?
And then I'm like doing these ones to it.
Keep spinning it.
If you keep it moving, it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
I'll just
He's
throw
doing-
some of the. Actually, I've got some of the cloth. I'll just throw some of the cloth on it for the moment. Not like
Okay.
I know I won't cover all of it, but just to kind of keep a lot of the shit off it. Chop off,
Yes,
you do
easy.
something.
He's doing the light show for One Direction. It's obvious.
It's just on lighting.
No, I'm the groupie they bring for the extra entertainment.
Yeah.
You do mirror tricks.
How far away is the mausoleum from everyone else in the mirror?
The cathedral, do you mean, or do you mean the
Oh,
fortress?
Because I was at the gate that exploded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that mausoleum. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
that is probably about 30, 40 feet away from this mirror.
Okay, so not far.
Yeah, not far.
Yeah, Chapok's gonna trust his gut and do some sneaky scuttling. So he's gonna chameleon carapace, get grimy, and just scuttle towards the mausoleum. And using his very high perception, wants to listen and smell for anything, not really look. He's kind of like squinting and just trying to use his other senses.
Yeah, cool. Give me a perception check with those senses.
Cool.
So smell and hear.
Hearing.
Cool.
No, not as good as I wanted. 15.
Cool. You kind of like scuttling around, you kind of smell, you get kind of taking in all of the things, taking on all of the sounds. You don't really hear much other than like the crackle of lightning above and like your friends doing stuff and the slight creaking of this mirror as it keeps getting spun around in circles so that people stop looking at it. It's then when like on the floor you get like this ironish tang to the scent. Kind of like dipping in, following this scent, you kind of dip around to like kind of coming around like this little wall that was obstructing your vision in the mausoleum. You kind of like follow this scent all the way to the edge of one of the walls, and then look up and like almost less than 5 foot in front of your face, you see two figures, skeletal, like decaying figures, both impaled by these large ornate red daggers, up against the stone, and they are hanging limply in that back stone wall, like collapsed stone wall.
So it's real bodies, dead, not
Yeah.
statue, anything like that. Okay.
Correct, yeah.
Ooh.
You straight away, you know that there's some went down, because there are
Does
two bodies, what looks to be a female and a male.
So father and son?
Female.
Oh,
and
female and male. Sorry.
Yep. Father
No,
and son.
Father and
Shut
son.
up. It's been a long day.
Charpok doesn't
what-
see gender.
No, he
Doesn't see
doesn't
much, he's
understand
too old.
gender. What was on the plaque? Was it father and daughter, or what was it again?
Father and mother.
Father and mother.
Yeah.
Does
Is all
this
you could make
dagger?
out.
Does this dagger look bad?
Give me an insight check on the dagger.
Yeah, sure.
What are the vibes on this dagger?
17.
But purely because of the fact that they look non-decayed,
Hmm.
non-damaged by being stabbed into the
Okay.
stone, and you kind of look at the red. What you first looked like a red hilt is now a black leather hilt that almost has this flowing red liquid that kind of like circles around the hilt and around the handle. Straight away, like, it's given bad juju, bro. It's given bad juju.
Bill
Yes.
wants to touch it.
I see your bad vibes, Dagger, inside of you. I want to call over to Sol and be like, so, you might have a better idea over here.
I will go and cast Detect Magic on it.
Both daggers give off magical essence.
What kind of magic?
Uh, it's like a little bit of enchantment, a little bit of necrotic, and a little bit of something you don't understand.
Interesting.
Do you think
I will relay that
do you think I should grab it?
to Charpok. Actually, I kind of want to grab it, to be honest.
I
What
will.
other spells
Do
do
I?
I have?
I don't have cloth like John. I don't have any clothes. I'm not using my loincloth for this.
Yeah, we don't want to see a bug dick.
Yeah, I'll just grab both and be like, there you go, Charpok. And tell
Is
him
that
what they
you
are.
do? All right, cool. As you reach hands on both of the daggers, instantly you notice that the liquid begins to wrap around your hands, and then almost create like this line between the two daggers. You watch Charpok as Sol's eyes like begin to like light up, and then like
I react.
become
I push him
very,
away.
very bright. You push him away, but his hands are like locked in place on these two daggers. Sol,
Oh dear.
I need you
You
to
now have
make
the
a
Chaos Blades.
Constitution saving throw for me.
I can do that.
Sol's caught whatever Zill's got. Sol's caught the touch
Grabby hands.
everything. Yeah, the grabby. He's like, yeah.
Is this being poisoned?
No,
Okay, then 19.
cool. You fail. So with that, you your vision flashes away from you, and you're getting like images, like almost as if they are being pelted at full force, hitting your face. Like they are hitting you, and then like you're full on flinching and moving your head back. Charpok, to you, it looks like Sol is having like a seizure, which is odd for a robot man because he's a robot.
No, he's malfunctioning.
Ribbit.
Yeah, you just keep.
We forgot to get him service.
You keep hearing the Windows error noise. The
Yeah. Dong, 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 dong.
But yeah, so you keep getting hit with these images. The first one is of a little girl. Yeah.
Oh my god, we had that. Yeah.
Long blonde hair.
Oh no.
Yeah, so you get like this image of a little girl, long blonde hair, wearing like
Oh my
this
God.
this white nightgown. The image of her like clutching the arm of someone. The next image you get is of what looks to be a wedding. And then the next image you get is what looks to be the young girl on like a bed. You notice blood pouring out of her neck and blood covering the bed everywhere. You then notice that you then see another image of it's almost as if it's from the perspective of someone smaller. And
Golly.
you see the image of hands go into somebody's cavity, like chest
No,
cavity,
could be me.
and just like rip
Ew.
open, and it almost like fills your vision with blood. You
Sorry.
then see a standing. You then see the same point of view image of two figures, a man and a female in very like regal garbs. and then instantly you see their eyes begin bleeding. You notice that there are no eyeballs in their sockets. Blood is slashed all the way across their fronts, and they lie on the floor dead, like in a pool of their own blood. You then see another flash and see a what looks to be a funeral, and this woman floating above a mausoleum, her hair completely black, almost like floating in the air, almost like it's liquid, almost like Javier's hair. And then you see the mausoleum completely blow to bits from the inside, just like completely exploding. And then the last image you see is of a halfling with long blonde hair kind of tied in a knot. And it just kind of like fades out to white from that.
He's here.
Very interesting.
You do also take 23 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
What was her name?
I have daggers now.
Yeah.
You pull them out, and they just turn to blood in your hands.
Like, I don't even get daggers out of it.
So.
How much damage was it?
23 points of necrotic.
So.
You can almost see still these burn marks from where the blood, like almost like char marks from where the blood was wrapping around your hands and in the palms of your hands. Not that char is foreign to you,
Yeah,
because
you're
already covered in it, but yeah.
More charred. I immediately want to try and find the mausoleum or what's left of it.
You're standing in it.
Oh, I'm in it.
You're
okay.
in it.
Does it look like there's more down, or it was just like a room?
It was.
That was it.
It looks like it's just a room. You can make it a perception or investigation check if you'd like. It's at that point the daggers, as they evaporate, the two skeletal bodies just like fall to the floor and kind of like not explode into bones, but like they just kind of like fall to pieces. Some of it's still somewhat propped up against that stone wall. You kind of like searching around the environment in this small little mausoleum. There is nothing extra to this mausoleum other than what you see in front of you.
I'm panicking like a dog where his owner's collapsed. I'm like, so, I'm like nudging him. He's like, so.
That was unpleasant.
What happened?
It hurt. There was lots of images, and I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will explain all of them because I wrote them all down as you said them. I'll explain them all to anyone in earshot. I believe this may have been some kind of royalty or something of the sorts that lived here, and a very evil force has killed all of them and still persists.
So, I'm very confused. Those daggers that came out, they turned to blood. Do you reckon there's more of these?
I think most of the murder happens via blood in this area. They control it, they form it, I don't know yet.
Kind of cool power, but no. Are you okay?
I will be fine. I just need to heal myself.
Alright, I relay to everyone through telepathy just so they all know what's going on. And then, yeah.
And the Bellatrix.
Is it Bellatrix?
Is it Bellatrix? Ah, okay. There we go.
Is it Bellatrix?
Yeah, it's actually it's all coming back to me. I remember now.
I remember now.
Yep.
I could use a rest if we can find somewhere.
I want to fuck with the mirror a little bit. I want to fuck with the mirror a little bit.
I knew it was going to go straight back.
Well, I'm going to, seeing as how when I touched the obelisk, I felt pulled to the mirror. I'm going to not take the cloth off the mirror. I'm going to rotate, because you said, Nathan, that you can rotate the mirror as well, right?
Correct.
Like the pedestal that it's on, I can rotate that.
Swivel.
Correct.
I'm going to swivel that to
It's not
face.
lazy Susan.
Yeah. It's so funny. Alright, I'm gonna spin the big lazy Susan. I'm gonna grab it like by the bottom and go and spin the lazy Susan. And then I'm gonna point the mirror at the obelisk. At the gravestones, the one that looks like made of the same material. And I'm gonna kinda like tilt it up and I'm kinda gonna like a magician, like whisk the
Short rest while they're doing that.
For a whole hour.
We'll see. For a whole hour.
I'm gonna whisk the cloth away, and then I'm gonna go and see what I see on the mirror.
You could just see John like right in the background. He's just standing like right far out the back. He's just
No,
like,
he's like, stop fucking with the mirror.
So in the reflection of the mirror, you see that same haunting sight of those multiple ghosts at each gravestone, just kind of like standing there, gaunt, almost skeletal in nature, floating in front of their gravestones. You do notice on the gravestone you're pointing it at, the shiny one, there is not...
All the shiny ones.
The shiny ones, yeah. There is not a spectral figure floating there. You notice as lightning like crackles, that same beam reflects like red light straight to one of them, and then you notice the headstone itself like begins to gleam with that same cracked red energy that the obelisk does.
And it's only one of the graves.
Yeah, because it's only reflecting one beam.
As
As
can I
you kind of
do
move
it with?
the mirror away from
Yeah,
it, it stays in that cracked red, like...
I'll do it with all of them, I guess. Then.
Cool, that'll take a little bit, but Javier, what do you want to do?
I was going to like just be kind of doing laps trying to figure stuff out, and if I swing past the mausoleum, are the two bodies still there that were impaled by the
They
daggers?
are, yeah. They're kind of like fallen against the wall. One of them's the male figure is still kind of like perched there, but like more or less destroyed from the waist down.
Right. I'm gonna like see the scene that I've interrupted with Sharpok and Zell and be like, oh, I'm sorry to. Did you want to chat? Did you want to chat?
I'll chat with you. What's your favorite food?
Let me be clear. Sorry, not with me. I can
Oh.
talk to these two, pointing at the bodies, if we want some advice,
I'm curious. Go on.
or I can try.
Go on.
That kind of like ocean blue will kind of channel around my hands, and I'll just kind of like.
sanguine with you.
I was gonna say sanguine. And like it'll kind of pull at my fingertips, and I'll like flick, so like a few droplets fall, and I'll try to cast Speak with Dead on
Cool.
one of the bodies.
Which one?
Smart.
Male or
they're
female?
not. I don't see gender left.
We'll say the
Always
male one
left.
because it's the one that's kind of
Sure.
more still put together.
He talks to the female one. He says, "Hello, princess."
You don't look like you're drinking your water today.
Daddy is very disappointed in you, princess. You have not been taking care of yourself.
Drew changed his name in my phone to Drew, so he really does
Drew, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
embody this voice.
Oh yeah.
So as that water like
doing this.
flicks
Oh, yeah.
onto the like the skeleton, it takes a second, but you notice like there's almost as if the skeleton begins to perspire. It begins to like almost drip with a little bit of liquid, and then it just kind of as if gasping for air for the first time after being drowned. You just hear this. And like this skeletal, like gaunt face just kind of like looks up at Javier.
I didn't think this far ahead.
What do you mean? What now?
Ask a question.
I'm
Any
so afraid
question?
to say any question with a question mark.
I mean, you did kind of just ask one a second ago.
Wait, Soul's still here. Soul saw the visions.
Still trying to have nanas.
Yeah,
Trying to-
Soul's
trying
like,
to have a sleep.
He's in pain.
Oh, you relayed everything at least. Who killed you? Jackson, instant. Sorry, I
Yeah,
saw that.
Bring down the banhammer like, fuck off.
Own daughter. Okay. Can you give me a quick blurb on the visions again? I'm trying to remember.
Small girl with blonde hair clutching to an arm. Oh, actually, I think Ethan, you've got them all written down, don't you?
Yeah, which one do you want to know?
All of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Little girl, blonde hair in a nightgown. There's a wedding. There was the young girl with her throat cut with blood everywhere in a bed. There was the child's perspective from inside a body being torn open. Two regal, I think he said elf-like, but I don't remember. Bleeding from empty eye sockets, dead, blood everywhere. Funeral over a mausoleum, a ghost lady floating over the mausoleum as it explodes and is all ruined. Halfling with a top knot.
All right. Do you know the halfling with a top knot?
I know many halflings with
Fuck.
knots.
Probably the only one that he didn't know too.
There's only one more question I'm afraid to ask.
The 3 or 5?
I thought it was
It
5.
was 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I remember in the movie
Yeah,
they
5.
ask
In
him
the movie, that's how I
4
remember too.
questions, and then the 5th one is just like standing there in the grave, like,
So I can't die.
yeah.
Okay. I'm drawing a blank what to ask. I hate Speak with Dead because I always get flustered.
I believe in you. You got this. What was the daughter's name?
Yeah, sure. What was the daughter's name?
Our daughter's name was Bella.
Oh.
Yikes.
No.
Is Bella still around or alive? Yeah.
She is around, but not alive.
I have a feeling I know where she is. Okay.
With her boyfriend.
Husband, thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
husband.
Fancy, what you doing?
Okay, wait till we're in. Not all of us.
But I bet you can't hold a katana.
Yeah, exactly. I bet you don't know how to use a katana. While you were busy marrying your wife, I was studying the blade. I've dedicated the last 20 years of my life actually to wanting the art of the katana. Actually,
It's like a physical reaction. Like my body's like, no.
yeah.
Okay. And then I think there's one left. I will ask. Can you tell me
I think there's
exactly
2
what
left,
that?
right?
No, I
Okay.
think that was 4.
Was that 4? Okay, sorry.
I shouldn't
Give
have
it 2
intro. No, I can't say. Can you tell me? Because you'll just say yes.
What are all the answers?
Give me an unending synopsis of your life.
Yeah.
What can you tell me?
I want to know about the mirror. How do
Yeah.
I
What can you tell
word
me about-
this?
What is the
What
mirror's
can you tell me
purpose?
about that specific mirror right there?
The one that I'm fucking with.
The one that weirdo's on.
What is the exact purpose of that mirror and its function?
When you said on, all I can see is Zil, because it rocked back and forth. He's like holding onto the mirror like this, like ooh, rocking back and forth.
That's why I said it was a weirdo, because he's just like having the time of his life on his playground toy.
I was gonna
Very
say,
much a
John's
lady
just there
season.
supervising his kid playing with
He's
the
like,
toy.
Just park closes in 2 minutes.
Oh, what?
It begins speaking again, answering your question. Mirror hides the obelisk. Obelisk obelisk holds the artifacts.
I'm assuming that's the key.
Artifacts.
And
I
then
think
Well, we'll
that's the
find
last
out before
question,
too
Joe.
long.
the water almost seems to evaporate from his face, and it just goes limp again against the wall, the stone wall.
Well, that
And
was
you
useful,
see
Javier.
little bits of like liquid almost float towards Javier's direction, almost rejoining his essence.
I don't
his
know why I get.
Ew.
I don't know why I want to act like a dog around Javier, but I want to jump and just grab the water.
Yeah, Ollie wants to act like a dog around Javier as well.
All right, that was useful, Javier. That's a creepy ass fucking ability. I won't lie.
That is good information. Hey, what artifacts was they talking about?
Like Stalker 2. We have to go to the zone to get the artifact.
It's just it's a anomaly. It's too confusing. It's fine.
Inside joke.
Inside. And I'll get you
Deception.
Oh,
deception or persuasion, whichever one, and just give us the number.
Yeah.
Mine's 6. You're gonna be fine.
You never know.
I'm 6'2".
Oh shit! Really?
Rollies.
Rollies.
Okay.
It's like 1d20.
Fuck.
11.
I feel like you're probably getting this hint of he doesn't want to tell you because he wants the treasures for himself.
The treasure.
I'm assuming
Don't
that's
want it
kind of
myself. I just
the-
don't know him.
Yeah, that's
but
the
you
kind
want
of
him
vibe
like a
you're getting.
dog.
You want him like a dog.
You
but-
want him like a dog.
I'll walk up to Charpok and just like put my hand on the side of his face and be like, "You don't have to be honest with me yet," and then I'll walk away.
As he walks away, like I pull back my hands. I was going in for an embrace. I'm like, oh.
Kiss.
Why do I always end up flirting with Reese in every campaign?
Because you do it in real life.
It's just natural.
But now I have 4 hands.
What's going on with the mirror and the
So
The
as you
other
kind of
fangs.
point it towards each one, they each one like lights up with that cracked energy. As you do the 4th one, the ground begins to slightly tremor, and the mirror kind of like almost not exactly breaks in half, but kind of like comes undone, and begins sinking into the ground.
Ooh.
Oh, I also relay the information I just found out to everyone again.
You then see as that sinks into the ground, a large pillar, almost obelisk-esque shape, begins to come out of the ground.
Damn.
It's got action.
You notice, like,
Yeah.
as that
The
happens,
planet's getting hard.
there's like this small little swirl that begins to happen in the mist around each one, like around all of the group, as the rest of you kind of like rejoin, trying to figure out what this pillar, what this ground shake means. Like this almost pyramid-like pillar comes out. This mist begins to swirl around the pillar. Yes, Sol?
Did it happen to take an hour?
No, it did not. It took like 20 minutes, if that.
God
Do you
damn.
want to heal? I have cure wounds.
I have cure wounds as well, but I don't want to waste all my spells because I've already used up some of them.
I'll use 2 first level spells to cure wounds him twice.
Okay, so while you're doing that, you notice that as that pillar comes to a stop, you see
16, by the way.
placed in the pillar itself, like almost as if melded with the stone, is a blade and a small ring. As that happens, you begin to notice, like, you begin to hear the cracking of ground, and you see, like, hands begin to jut up from each one, like, a lot of the graves. And, like, all of these skeletal figures begin to come out from the ground. You do also notice these, like, creatures emerge from the dirt that have, like, these large, like, long-tongued, open by 4-part, like, maws, like completely gaunt, You also see these like zombies, which you guys have seen before, like lurch forward, coming out of their resting places and begin moving towards you. And we are going to go to break, and then we will be right back with some combat. John, I'm assuming Astral Arms.
Well, obviously, yes. But the joking part of that was I want to do what Luffy does in Thriller Bark, where the zombie comes out of the ground and he walks over it and he's like, nope.
Pushes him back into the ground. Yeah.
No, that's not going to happen.
I forgot about that.
But yeah, so all these zombies and these undead creatures begin to emerge from the ground. And yeah, we're going to go to break, and we'll be right back. We'll start off with the descriptions of the two two things in the pillar, and then we will get into combat. So bear with us a couple of minutes. Please get up, stretch your legs, get something to eat, get something to drink, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. And we'll see you very soon. Welcome back, everybody. So before we kick off into combat, we are I'm going to give you guys some descriptions of the blade and the ring that you see, like kind of almost melded into this stone. So the blade is forged from a blackened steel that glimmers faintly in dim light, as if veins of blood flow just beneath its surface. Its hilt is wrapped in dark leather, and the pommel is shaped like a snarling wolf's head. Its eyes are set with crimson gemstones. The blade has an unsettling aura, and faint whispers can be heard from it. The ring is a delicate silver ring adorned with an oval gemstone that seems to shimmer with an ever-shifting dark mist. The edges of the gemstone are etched with faint arcane runes that glow faintly in the dim light. The ring feels unnaturally cold to the touch, and wearing it brings fleeting visions of shadowy, dreamlike landscapes.
Still starts to sweat.
Damn, sounds like my perfect thing. It's like the meme of like Jamiroquai in the Virtual Insanity video clip where he like slowly is like sliding towards Zill. Yeah, Zill's slow.
I could give you my other sword that
Me?
is of life stealing, my scimitar, and then you could take this one too, and then you could have two.
No, I want the ring.
Yeah, I know, but you could have two weird things.
I want the sword. I have no use for a sword. I can't use
Well,
a sword. Have you
Can I
seen
talk
these
to
hands?
you?
No calluses. Yeah. I got real soft hands.
Without further ado, with further ado, I should say.
With a Drew.
With a Drew, I need initiatives.
All right.
So I'll start off with Ophelia.
Oh, give me a second. I
One.
only had the whole break to get my dice out.
Yeah, I know, right?
Alright, let me find her information as well.
Okay, well I'll grab Javier's instead to begin with.
13.
13.
She's a dirty
13.
20.
Cool. She's Ophelia's is.
Yep.
Cool. And what about Ali's?
19.
Cool. What about Zill?
18.
I like this. Keep going, guys.
What
Yeah.
about John?
Dirty 20.
Jeez.
Damn.
And what about Sol?
16.
Hey,
Last
we
but
did
not
17
least-
now.
Yeah.
Chopper.
You traitor, Charpok.
9.
Two of you did us
cool.
dirty. And I think you know who you are.
Yeah, so we are going to start combat. As these like creatures begin coming out of the ground with a lot of force and a lot of speed, I need to bring up my encounter list.
Rocketing out of the ground.
like,
like fly. Yeah.
fly, like Superman,
you know how, like-
superhero landing.
Yeah. Like how they launch like ICBMs, they come out of the silos like
No, it does the
Fly
whole
off.
like the
yeah. They go
like a javelin. Yeah.
Javelin missile, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna start off with this ghoul's turn, who is going to make his way towards Javier and lash out with a bite attack. So that's going to be a 5 to hit, as it just like kinds of tries to wrap its tentacly mouth like at ya.
I insist.
And that's going to end its turn. The next one is a skeleton who lurches up, drawing a short sword from its belt, and goes for a slice, which is a dirty
Everyone,
20
bunch
to
together.
hit. That's going to be 6 points of piercing damage as it like juts it towards you.
Not looking good, guys.
You're a warlock. You're squishy.
Oh,
And then that brings us to
Zill's already,
Ophelia.
like getting the fireball ready.
Ophelia is going to do the things that she does. She'll do breath weapon.
Awesome.
Drew, now that you're back, do you want to roll a d10?
It's not my kid.
Ophelia is
you.
not my
That's
girl.
The 10?
Yeah.
7.
10.
Am I rolling a deck save?
Yeah.
For the zombie?
Yeah.
The skeleton, sorry.
The skeleton.
It fails. So how much damage does it take?
7 and 10.
17.
17.
10 fire, 7 poison.
Yeah.
Right, guys, just ignore the big fucking yellow circle.
You notice it like falls to bits.
Much to
and
think
then,
about.
Like, almost reshapes itself and like clicks back into place.
It does it back to the map, and there is just a big circle.
And that brings us to John. John, you're up.
Never mind that.
Wait,
Just
what
forget
do you
you
think is
saw
happening
that.
here?
Just forget that you saw that one. Actually, don't worry about that.
Is that stable ground there?
It'll be our little secret.
Yeah, so as you kind of like step towards it, the ground cracks beneath you. It's stable, yeah.
Cool. Going to do 2 attacks on the skeleton.
On the skeleton, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And that one.
And that one.
Yep. Oh.
You go to punch, and then the ground gives way, and you end up punching the floor, just taking 1 point of bludgeoning.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ouchies.
You just kind of like lose your balance.
Cool. Second attack is. Oh my god. I rolled a 2. So that's. I
You'd be
think
blessed.
Damn.
11. I think
Which one are you going up against? Sorry, the
that's the skeleton. This
skeleton.
one.
Yeah. So you go to punch, and it just ow. It
Ow.
just like whacks your hand away with like this
yourself.
with this bony hand, and then just looks at you, kind of like almost Captain Jack Sparrow, like wobbly, like legged, but just like
Dalton was actually drunken master.
After
yeah.
that,
This
abysmal,
skeleton's actually a monk.
Yeah, he's a
After
drunken
that,
mastermind.
abysmal display. I'm going to crack another P point and use flurry of blows for 2 more attacks.
Go ahead.
For a 23 to hit that one.
Hey, there we
hits.
go. Finally, that's good.
Okay. So that is going to be. What was the dice? These are 1d10, 1d8 for 17 points of damage.
Yep. So you punch and it like almost blows the skeleton to bits, and then it just like reshapes itself standing in front of you.
Is it like does it not look hurt at all?
Well, it looks back together.
Okay. I was gonna be like, oh, okay, I'll just do it again and smash it again
Cool. Go ahead.
for an 18.
Cool. Hits.
For 15 points of force damage.
Cool. You punch again, and it does the same thing. Like it almost explodes in a different direction, and then puts itself
Like
back
dry
together
bones
again.
from Mario.
Yeah.
Does it make the same noise?
Yeah. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Cool. That brings us to Ali. You are up.
I'm going to throw my daggers. I'm gonna go with. Sorry, I was making dice towers instead of actually paying attention. What can I actually reach properly and not hit someone else?
Just throws the dagger into the back of.
You
in the
won't
back
get
of Zel's
advantage on
head.
the 2. You won't get advantage on
Oh,
the ones
yeah.
near me though.
I know, and tell Ophelia to duck. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go for the skeleton.
Strict shot.
Cool. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Throw your dagger.
Hang on. Does a 11 hit?
It does not. So you
What?
throw.
Homing strike. Homing strike.
What does that mean?
That's my D10.
I'm guessing psionic dice.
It throws and then goes wide and then comes back.
Yeah. 16.
Hits.
Okay. Yeah. No sneak attack.
Why not?
Actually, yes, sneak
Yeah,
attack.
sneak attack. Yeah.
Okay, well, now I've fucked my brain over. Can you guys just remember 10 for me real quick?
7.
Sneak attack.
3.
10.
Okay, we're at 32, and then I'm also going to use Strike of Giants and do an extra 1d6 of lightning damage to see if that does anything else. And then, so 32 points of what is it? Psychic damage.
Yep.
And then 2 points of lightning damage.
Cool.
Where'd the 10 come in? I remembered it
added
for you.
Don't worry.
Oh.
So you threw
Well,
you
why
throw
did I
the dagger
remember
and
it
it
for
kind
then?
of like homes around and impales this skeleton, blowing it to like pieces as you
wait.
see like this like psionic wave of energy that just like blows it to bits. And then
The lightning needs to save on a Constitution saving throw. DC 14.
it fails.
Okay, well, it also then has disadvantage on attack rolls until the start of my next turn.
Okay, it has disadvantage on attack rolls. I am going to put a marker on it so I do not forget.
I read the little notes that I left myself many months ago and read that.
What do they say?
They say homing strike, and then stuff that doesn't really make sense in a sentence. Melee sneak attack, storm strike, and then another sentence that kind of makes sense more than the other one.
Okay.
But it does say sneak instead of sneak. 2 E's.
Yeah, cool. Does that end your turn?
And then, no, I'm gonna do it again.
Cool. Go ahead.
We'll do it again.
Whittly.
I think that nothing is going to happen with these things until we sort out the obelisk behind us, and I think we need to sort out the obelisk by getting the 2 things out of it, so...
It's over 20.
Yep. Hits.
Eight points of psychic
Cool.
damage.
You throw it and it impacts like its shoulder blade, like jutting the whole arm from like jettisoning it out of its socket into like about a meter away, about 5 feet away, and then it just snaps back in.
Why gotta do that?
Snap back to reality.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. That brings us to Zombie's turn.
Oh, fuck. When's it going to be my turn? I want that
There's
ring.
so many zombies.
It's calling my name.
Who
It's
is
like-
going to begin lurching towards the group, and it brings us to Zill.
Hey, I
Wouldn't
want
it
to
be
reach
calling
out.
Bryce? Bryce.
No.
Sorry.
Zill, shut up. I'm not Bryce anymore.
Yet.
I don't care about that name anymore. It's...
The old you would have done it.
Yeah, the old me would have done
The old me
it.
can't
I'm gonna
think of
grab. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna grab the ring. I'm not gonna put it on. I'm just gonna grab the ring and I'm gonna pull it out of the obelisk.
So it's almost melded.
Oh, you know,
into
fuck it, I'll
the
just put-
stone.
I have to pry it out.
Yeah, you'll have to try and pry it out.
Can you just stick your finger through it while it's...
Shut up.
Can I mage hand it out?
Sure. Give me a athletics check for the mage hand.
Athletics check? Why
They can't
athletics?
pull much.
Because it's pull.
Neither can Zill.
Yeah, but it's but like the thing is, it's like I'm not. It's I would say sleight of hand, in my opinion. It's not about how hard you can pull; it's about how dexterous you are. To be
I
fair,
thought
I've
you were
got a
gonna say how
negative.
desperate you are.
I'm extremely desperate.
I want that wing.
I
Oh,
want
I
that.
really want that silver wing. That's better than the obelisk. I've been looking at it for a very long time now. I mean,
Damn, that has so many layers.
Ogres have layers.
This is so
Oh.
good.
just like an onion, actually.
I don't even think you heard what I said.
Sorry, I didn't. How long is it going to take for me? Because I think that my opinion is that these things are just going to keep dying and getting back up until we get these two things out of the obelisk, the artifacts out of the obelisk. I'm going to spend my turn trying to pry the... I think I've got a dagger. I'm just going to like try and like, you know,
Yeah.
use a little dagger to like...
Give me either a like a sleight of hand check or
Mhm.
like depending on how, like, are you being dexterous with it, or are you just like jabbing at the hole trying to get it out?
I mean, jabbing at the hole usually works for me, but no, I'm gonna actually be try and be dexterous. I'm
Okay,
gonna
give me a
like,
sleight of hand then.
my +0. Oh, not bad. 16.
Cool. You manage to like wedge a little bit. You're like digging into the stone.
Mhm.
And then eventually the ring, you kind of get your dagger behind it, and you can just you kind of like pop it out, and it pops into your
Okay, I
the
put it
palm
on.
of your hand. Okay.
Put it on. I put the wing on. I'd like to put the wing on, actually.
You like to put the wing on.
I really like to put that silver wing on. I spent a lot of time working it out of that hole with this dagger.
Yeah, you can definitely put it on. I believe it requires
And do I-
attunement though, so
Ah, fuck.
yeah.
Okay,
Let me
well.
double check though. Does that end your turn?
Can I make another? Can I do anything else?
Well, that's your action done.
Okay, well, then I'm gonna turn around and be like, okay. Let me just bring up this. Let me just bring up this. I would like to cast Fireball there, please. And I'm gonna use sorcery points to cast it as a bonus action.
Cool. Dex saves, alright?
Yes, please.
Fail.
Yes, please, princess.
Fail. Fail.
Oh, I love to hear it.
Fail. So they all fail.
Nice.
Let's. All right, watch me roll like dog dookie on the dice, though. All right, ready?
This is when you
Oh,
need
my
that-
ears, Jesus.
this is when you
Oh,
need
actually,
the
29 points of fire damage. That wasn't bad. There was a couple of ones in there, but yeah, 29 points.
You watch
fire
as he like
damage.
hurl that fireball. It like explodes, ripping the area into flame. You notice as the skeletons, like the stuff catches fire. That's attached to this, like the leftover bits of their skin, the hanging bits of garment, the decaying mass, kind of just catches fire and just kind of like stands there in the fire, still looking at you. The ghouls and the zombies also catch fire. They're more like erratic with like putting the fire out, but eventually it does subside, and then they get back into like a lurking, kind of getting closer to you state.
Okay.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah, that ends my turn.
Cool. That brings us to a skeleton's turn, who is going to take a few steps forward and knock an arrow with a bow, a short bow, I believe, at Javier, because it's the only one he can see, which is a 15 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. He like fires off into the distance, and the arrow goes wide. It is now a zombie's turn, who is going to move up to there. A ghoul's turn, who is going to move to here and start an attack on Ophelia. So this is going to be a bite attack, which is a 19 to hit.
So AC.
I believe AC is 15. So
Says
that hits.
19 on mine.
Oh,
It
well,
literally says 19 on my end.
if that's the case, then I just haven't updated my character thing yet.
Yeah.
So then it still hits with a 19.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh, they were good enough.
9 points of piercing damage to Ophelia.
Why would you do that?
It is now another skeleton's turn, who is
Yes,
going
baby.
to sidestep across here and knock an
Damn.
arrow at Zill, which is going to be a 17 to hit.
That's pretty word.
17 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
That's 8 points of piercing damage as it like impacts your shoulder.
It's like half my HP. Damn.
That is now another zombie's turn, who's going to lurch his way up. Another zombie's turn, who is going to move down to John and make an attack. So that is going to be a 7, which I'm pretty sure misses. And that brings us to Sol. You're up.
Yay! I would like to go to here. Why can't I move? There. And then I would like my fire spirit there, please.
Fire spirit, cool.
Yes.
Erupting from flame is a flaming skeleton. Here.
That is
What?
my action.
Oh, I was like, no, another skeleton and this one's on fire.
Get him!
No, that's me. I'm doing that. That one
Good.
closest will need to make a dex save.
Yep. So that is a fail.
Hell
I'm
yeah, dude.
assuming. What's the deck save?
16.
Yeah, it fails.
It takes
That's nice.
6 fire damage.
Cool. You see it just like blasts the side of its of the zombie, and it like completely sears and like almost cauterizes some of like the dripping flesh.
That was
Amazing. And then I would like to bonus action bring up my healing spirit right next to me because I am hurt.
Okay. Healing spirit. There. Behind?
Yeah,
Cool. You summon your healing spirit.
that ends my turn.
Cool. That brings us to Gould's turn, who's going to make his way to there and make an attack roll against Zill. It's going to be a claw attack, I think, which is a natural 20.
Ah,
Rock roll.
Luckily, it was only a claw and not a bite. So that's 10 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to do a Constitution saving throw.
23.
23, you save. That brings us to a zombie's turn, who is going to begin lurking towards. Now another zombie's turn. And Javier's turn. As you look around, you are surrounded by beings of undead variety.
Perfect. None of these things have gone down yet. Did I see any of them react when Zil took the ring?
No.
What else is in there? A dagger or something, isn't it?
There's a sword in there.
Fuck it, I'll go risky. I will, like, lean away as much as I can from the creatures, and I'll Eldritch Blast the pillar just around the sword.
Yep.
Voila.
Roll me the attack rolls.
Eldritch Blast.
Blast.
I don't know the stats.
Thanks to Travis Willingham, Eldritch Blast is always Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch
Eldritch
Blast.
Blast.
27 for one, not 20 for one, and math 14 for the other.
Yeah, cool. Each one hits. Do your damage.
10. 9, 11, 12.
Cool. So
yeah,
you
I
manage
think
to
we
like
grab the
blast
sword.
it, and it flies out. The blade flies out and kind of does a few spins and sticks in the dirt where I've marked with the green. You notice that as that kind of happens, the swirling fog stops.
Yes. All right.
What can we do as bonus actions? I don't think anything.
It's time to let us smack down on these undead fools.
I will cast Misty Step to where the sword is.
Cool, go ahead.
Pew.
And you pick up the sword?
If I can.
Yep, you pick it up.
You
You have the power!
I hold it with a Lego hand like that.
Yeah.
It's dangerous ahead. Take this with you.
Does that end your turn?
No, I'm gonna run back a little bit scared.
You're like, I'm gonna miss this, and then you're like, huh.
Actually, I think I might go this
Stewie.
way.
Actually,
Cool.
Yeah, I'll take
That brings us to a skeleton's turn, who is going to just knock an arrow and fire it at Javier, which is a 15
A
to hit.
skeleton.
Misses.
Cool. Another skeleton's turn, who is going to make a move slightly across, knock an arrow and fire it at the fire sprite, which is a dirty 20 to hit.
hits.
Dealing 7,
Just 7.
8.
Just
8
7.
points of piercing damage.
Oh no.
Another skeleton's turn, who is going to take a few steps up and make a short bow attack against Zill,
Fuck off.
which is a 23 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
You didn't
which
call him princess, now they're
deals,
not fucking up.
8 points of piercing damage.
Oh, inside.
The next zombie is going to move and magically teleport to where Zill is, and no, he's gonna go. The zombie's gonna go for an attack against the fire sprite.
Daddy is about to be knocked unconscious right now.
Which
Is not looking very good.
Is only a 9
On the fire sprite?
on the fire
Was it a
sprite.
9?
Misses, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Brings us to the next zombie, who's going to move up and attack John, which is a 14, which I'm pretty sure misses as well.
Yep.
That brings us to Charpok.
Oh my god.
Finally.
So it seems like we got a whole bunch coming from the front, so I might cover the back. Alright, I will Hunter's Mark this guy here,
Yep.
using a spell slot as I run straight up to... Oh, yeah. What was that?
That was me fucking up.
Alright, I run straight up to him, and then... Yeah, I'm just going to attack.
Cool, go ahead.
First one is a 24.
Hits.
Second one is a 17.
Hits.
And the crossbow is a... Ooh, much worse. A 14.
Hits.
Perfect.
But do each damage separately if you can.
Sure. This is why I grabbed a handful of d6s. Okay, so... First one is going to be a... Oh, one of yours. 1d6 plus 4...
One of mine.
46?
Yeah.
Damn.
The one you made.
Oh,
Remember when you made a
Yeah.
dice or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
Is it us?
Yeah, so that's that and that. And then also it's a d8 on subsequent turns. Okay, first one. Oh, that's actually decent. 6, 12, 17, 21 plus 27 for the first hit.
cool. You like this is your short sword, right? Your scimitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. You like swipe with the scimitar. It like cuts the zombie completely in two, and it falls to the floor dead.
Oh, I guess I can.
But dead? Or is it gonna rebuild itself?
Like no
I
longer
think-
seems moving.
Well,
It's
in
swirling.
that case,
I'm fucking dead.
I step on it And then I will use my last 2 attacks to crossbow.
Cool. Roll to hit.
On this guy.
Yep. Do them individually if you can.
First one's a 18.
Hits.
Second one is 12.
Hits. Oh, wait. No, doesn't hit. Last one doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. Okay. Alright. So that's still going to be... Is that still sneak attack?
No.
Oh, because I can only do it once per turn, can't I?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. 7 points of damage.
7 points.
Just 7.
Cool. Awesome. It like knocks like a couple of the bones out from its body. They do not rejoin the corpse.
Cool. And I end my turn.
Cool. That brings us to Skeleton's turn, who's going to draw a sword and make an attack against John, moving up a few feet, which is going to be a 10 to hit, which I'm pretty sure fails. Next is going to be a zombie who is going to continue lurking that way. Next is a ghoul. He's going to move up to Sol and make an attack roll. He's going to go for a bite, which is going to be a 19 to hit.
Hits.
Which is 10 points of piercing damage.
You just got those back. You're gonna regret that.
It's then
Deal.
this skeleton's turn,
Jackson.
who is going to knock an arrow against Sol, which is a natural
Hit me,
20.
I'm fine.
No, I'm not going to.
I'm
I
not-
wanna- I'm trying to get as many in as possible. Oh wait,
which
if
is going to be
Oh,
7 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
It
I
then
have
brings us to
evasion.
another zombie, who moves
and I have careful
up.
spell.
Another zombie
So
who moves up. Top of the round, it's Ghoul's turn, who is going to move in after Javier disappeared,
Not such a
and
smooth.
make an attack roll against Ophelia with a
Do you go before me?
bite,
Stop attacking the baby!
which is going to hit.
You do. You can just move.
dealing,
I'll fix that problem that just happened.
because it was
Yeah.
a 23. Dealing 8 points of piercing damage.
Do you not?
It's going to be another skeleton's turn, who is going to bring out his short sword and attack Ophelia.
No!
Which
Nathan?
is... What? It's not my
Being
fault.
super
You guys
real
all
right now.
scattered.
Actually,
It's
gonna give you
literally-
a
Ophelia's
turn
8
talking
hit
to.
points left.
Huh?
Ophelia has 8 hit points left.
Well, I just got a natural 20 on my dice again with the sword. Short sword.
Are you so for real right now?
I'm not doing it on purpose. You guys, like,
Yes, you
all just left.
Controlling.
You guys all left. You could have moved Ophelia, but you chose not to.
What do you mean we all left?
Well, luckily, I only rolled a 1. So that's 5 points
Two.
of,
5
of
points.
damage to Ophelia.
She's still alive. She's still
Oh,
kicking.
actually, no. It has disadvantage on attack rolls. Until the end of your next turn.
What about the
remember?
other? Is that the same one that hit her before? Or is this a different?
No,
one?
this is the skeleton. This is the skeleton
Okay.
that you had marked. Which I'm pretty sure fails anyway. With a 6... 12?
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
You're on
Which brings
thin
us
ice.
to Ophelia's turn.
You've been
I'm on
warned.
thin ice. I've
Yeah,
been
you're on
warned.
thin ice.
Never threaten the baby and then follow through with a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a baby. Did you hear the sentence you just said?
Yeah. It's a
Anyway,
drop-in.
Ophelia. Which one is the one that just attacked it?
Kick the
So
baby.
the ghoul to the right,
Yeah.
and the skeleton diagonally down.
She's gonna do. It's annoying.
But I mean, if you want to blame anyone, blame Javier. He was kind of guarding that flank, and then he
No.
was like pissed off.
Like, got milk and cigarettes.
No.
Yeah,
I
he
could
went and
never
got
blame
milk and
him.
cigarettes.
It just keeps happening over and over again.
Oh, it's so funny.
I can't decide. What does that mean?
What does it mean? What do the numbers mean, Mason?
But actually,
The
what do the
numbered
numbers
Mason.
mean? It says hit 4 in brackets 1d8 piercing damage plus 3
So
in
the
brackets
average is 4.
1d6.
The average is 4, or you can roll 1d8. So you can take the 4, or you can take the
Aye.
1d8.
Right. And she's gonna breath weapon the skeleton. Actually,
Yeah.
no, the ghoul.
The ghoul? Cool. Roll a dex. It saves this time.
The ghoul.
Yeah. It gets a 21.
The ghoul.
So I think it takes half damage.
Yes.
So if you want to roll your d10s.
I don't.
Please no.
Alright, well, got both ends of the scale. We'll go 1 point of poison damage and 10 points of fire damage.
Cool, that's enough to do it. Thanks to the fireball from earlier.
Good.
It's literally been
Oh.
sitting on 1 hit point. So
You're welcome.
The fire and the acid like splurt out on top of it, and it just kind of like hisses and like grabs at its face, and it just falls dead to the floor.
Okay, Ophelia's gonna move.
Yep, where's she gonna move?
Ah, bloody
Attack of
opportunities of
opportunity.
attack. What if?
Attack
fine.
of opportunity.
She's gonna risk moving because
I move next turn, Sam, and I'll move there.
It's okay, while we're not princess.
okay, so I'll just leave her there.
Cool. Is
Your
that end
knight
your
in
turn?
shining armor has arrived.
That brings us to
What's
John.
you, is it?
John, after hearing the cries of Ophelia, I'm going to beeline my whole 50 foot of movement. So I take
not. Oh,
five. I'll take 5 opportunity attacks from the 3 guys near me, this guy, and
Can't
the
you
ghoul
use
that's
Step of
there.
the Wind?
Yeah, but I'm going to use my bonus action to flurry of blows and kill everything near Ophelia.
Okay.
True.
So let's do opportunity attacks. I'll start
That's
with
5 opportunity attacks.
They've
the
missed every
first
turn so
zombie
far,
is
so-
15.
Miss.
Second zombie is 10.
Miss.
Skeleton is a 16.
Miss.
Zombie is a 7. And last but not least, ghoul is a 4. So you're just like,
John just
whoa,
John Naruto runs
Yeah.
the path wall.
yeah, cool.
And I am going to do the typical flurry of blows.
I
Go
guess he's
ahead.
like, don't worry, princess.
So the one that's in
Whoa.
front of
No, we're not.
Zil
No.
hasn't taken any damage yet, has it?
I think it has.
Okay.
The one in
So
front of
the one-
Zil, no.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna
Don't-
attack.
Don't worry about me. I'm good. I've got
Okay.
a plan. I'm a man
one
with
in
a plan.
The one that's directly below Ophelia, I'll
Yep.
attack first
Go ahead.
because it does extra damage on the first one. It is dirty 20 to hit.
Hits.
That is going to be 16 points of force damage.
Cool. It like impacts the back and it begins to like shift around looking. It's
Still going.
standing, yep.
I'll hit it again.
Yep, go ahead.
Hit him with the judo chop.
That is a 15 to hit.
Hits.
Judo chop.
And this one is just a max damage 15 to hit.
That
No, 15 damage, sorry.
Yep, that hits. You knock it again, and it kind of like impacts into a rib, and it just kind of goes and spits blood up slightly in Zil and Ophelia's faces. It falls to the floor dead.
Ew, I'm dirty.
It was.
Flurry of blows.
Yep,
Right, did you take myself clean?
To the one that's diagonal to Ophelia with the mark on it still.
yep, go.
For only 12 to hit on that one.
Misses.
13 to hit on that one.
Hits.
I wonder what their AC is.
Yeah.
10
Crazy,
points
no
of force
big
damage on that one.
12 misses,
Awesome.
but 13
You like
hits.
you go to punch and it
Interesting.
like dodges out of the way, and then coming with another like haymaker, you manage to scatter its bones across in one direction, and it is no longer alive. Not that it was alive
No longer with us.
but it's scattered. The bones are now
Oh,
scattered.
but not forgotten.
It's gonna blow the dust off his hands.
Oh, that was
Literally was
cold.
bone
And then your
dust.
turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's end of my turn.
That brings us to Ali. It is your turn.
Alrighty. Let's see. So.
Remember Ali.
Attack. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out.
I'll just leave that there for
for everybody
for
to
future
know.
reference.
Yeah,
For future reference, I'll just
crazy.
leave that there.
I'm gonna throw my dagger at this guy behind Zil.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna go between Zil's legs, get him in the head somehow.
This is gonna do like a jumping
Roll a
jack.
one. Roll a one and get his balls. Roll a one and get his balls.
Castrate him.
Plus. Okay, that is a. That's really hard. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Hits.
What she said.
It's a dirty 20 to hit. I don't know what kind
No,
of
so
bedroom
that's really
kind
hard
of
'cause
thing
it's
is you're
trying to
having.
make math work. Let's digital roll this.
Roll to insert.
Okay.
What
We're
happens
at
when you roll a
6.
one? Breaks.
In the eye.
Take it 29.
Is that 29 points of damage?
20. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sneak
cool.
attack.
Uh,
29
you
points of
you
psychic.
throw your dagger, it goes straight into its mouth, and like it goes out the other end, and then just like zips back to you, and the body just falls flat to the floor, kind of like gurgling.
Very good, very nice. Okay. Next. Who shall I hit next? Do you guys want me to leave that one that you're with over here? Yeah.
I feel like just take care of as many as you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the one next to John.
Yeah, go ahead.
Throw my dagger at it. 14.
Hits.
Oh, 11.
Cool. It
No,
like
no, more than that.
it
15.
pierces in through the neck and blows a hole and kind of explodes in chunks all over John, but it falls to the floor dead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get you dirty. Hope you didn't have plans. And,
I had a date later, but I'm sure it's fine.
Sorry.
Oh!
Who are you
Have you,
dating?
have you been visiting the interstellar old folks home? Picking up the fucking octogenarians.
Is that like an octopus doctor?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. An octopus doctor. Yep.
Does that end your turn?
Do I move? I'm gonna move. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. I'm gonna move. Yeah. Not very far.
Yeah.
Awesome. That brings us to Zombie's turn, who's going to make an attack against the Fire Spirit, which is a 15 to hit.
Fuck, I think that meets it. Give me
Meets
1
it.
second. Yeah, hits.
2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
And it
not
is now
those 2
Zill's turn.
points. Oh, alright. Well, as I've clearly demarcated out on the battlefield,
Fireball.
Yes, I'm gonna cast. I'd like to cast Fireball, please. And I'd like to
Okay.
cast it at 4th level. 4th level Fireball, please.
What's your
Dexterity
save?
saves. 18.
They all fail.
Yes! Let's fucking go. Alright, 9d6. Wish me luck.
They all roll once.
Sheesh.
9
31
damage.
points of fire damage.
Cool. As the fireball explodes, covering the area in that flame, some of like that red cracked energy from the floor kind of comes up and meets it. And one by one, each one of these bad guys drops.
Oh,
Mwah.
feels good. Feels good. I'm gonna use another 2 sorcery points to cast that as a bonus action,
Fireball.
and then
oh, like the fireball that you've just done, not another one.
yeah, I'm gonna use. No, I'm gonna use. Yeah, and you know what? Fuck it, I'll just twin spell the fireball. Don't worry about it. And then I'm going to step. What the flip? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna step here, and has this one been damaged? This one?
No.
This one? This one? No. What about this one? Has this one been damaged?
Pretty sure that
one
one's
has,
hurting
yes.
fireball.
And that's a zombie, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna shoot a firebolt at this one.
Yep, cool. Go ahead.
That is a 15 to hit.
Hits.
Deals 20 points of damage. Jesus, that's
It knocks
almost
off
as much
like
damage
the
as my
torso.
fucking fireball.
It knocks off the torso, charring all of the bones, and it just like falls to pieces.
Yeah.
Does that end your turn?
I'm like, yeah, it's my turn.
Cool. It is now Skeleton's turn, who's going to knock an arrow and fire it at Ali, which is a natural 1. So he knocks the short bow, and it like snaps. He's no longer able to use his short bow. So in that case, he's going to move up. That brings us to a zombie who is going to begin lurching forward again. Brings us to Sol.
Yay! I would like to cast Scorching Ray, starting with this guy.
Go ahead. Is it deck saves or is it
Nah, it's just a
Accuracy.
hit.
cool?
That's a 28 to hit.
Hits.
It takes 12 fire damage.
12. It is still standing.
That's fine. I'll hit it again. That's a 23 to hit.
Hits.
Misses.
13 fire damage.
Enough to burn it to a crisp.
Amazing. On to the next one. That's a 9 to 30, 20 to hit.
Hits.
16 fire damage.
Enough to blow it to smithereens.
Amazing. On to the next one.
Yeah.
Fuck. Where do I? Yeah. Let's. Does it have a range, or is it just?
You
I think
have
it's
this-
120
far.
feet.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll just shoot at the one behind my fire spirit because
Go ahead.
he's not real anyway.
You do have one right
Um,
next to you, by the way.
22. Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's
but you
too
get
close.
advantage.
Hits.
Oh, yeah.
22
Hits.
to hit. 9 fire damage.
Cool. He still stands.
Okay, he gets the lucky last one. That's 21 to hit.
Hits.
Many damage.
All the damage.
14 fire damage.
That's enough to do it. With like
Yeah.
practiced grace, you're just like like just like fire, like Iron Manning these 3 guys with these blasts of fire, and 3
And
of them are
then
now
I
down.
will take the second of my 12 self heals. Thank you.
Cool. That brings us to a zombie's turn, who is going to continue moving forward up to John and make an attack with his
Thank God.
slam, and is going to miss. That's the next zombie's turn, who is going to continue moving up towards Ali and make an attack roll, which is going to be a 21 to hit. Which is a 4 bludgeoning damage. Javier, you are up.
Me. I will just Eldritch Blast the one next to Soul.
Yep.
Zill.
14 to hit.
I can
Hits.
You're not in it.
That'll
You
be
don't need to.
9 force damage.
9 force damage. Yep, it still stands.
The second one will be an 18 to hit.
Hits.
Will be 10 points of force damage.
Yep, still stands.
Take the last one too. That's like a 24 to hit.
Hits.
What's that? 11 points of force damage.
Cool, that's enough. So you fire off your 3 Eldritch Blasts, kind of trying to follow in Sol's fashion. What do your Eldritch Blasts look like? Just for those.
There's like
a water
Like a-
pistol.
yeah, like a super soaker.
I was thinking like a gurney or like a fire hose. It's like a...
There's still that like burst of like sickly green energy, but every hit there's like little bits of like water that kind of splash off and freeze in the air as it kind of dissipates.
And yeah, so you fire your 3 beams of water, and yeah, you pretty much use hydro pump, and it
Yeah.
and that
Blastoise.
zombie goes down.
Like, yeah, it's a Blastoise.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah, I'm comfy.
Yeah, cool. That brings us to a skeleton who's at the top there, who's going to knock an arrow and fire it against your fire sprite, which is going to hit, dealing... I think it's... Oh, no. 8 points of piercing damage.
Oh no.
And it ends its turn. Charpok, you are up. It kind of looks
Did
like
you
you're dead.
remember I was there? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was smart because you kept on moving towards Ali. Like, has he forgotten?
I did forget, to be perfectly honest, because I didn't even see you there.
My plan worked. Alright, I run up. I'll bonus action on a subsequent turn to Hunter's Mark that guy.
Yep.
And I will roll to attack. 18 plus 10. So 28.
Hits.
Big hit. Alright, so 46 plus another d6 plus another d8 plus another d6 because of Hunter's Mark. Six, 12, 21, 23, 26, 29,
That's enough to do it, bro.
39.
You just wanted to add it up. Yeah,
Yes,
you
I did.
managed to like slash at it, and it just like lops it to pieces.
Perfect. And then I will slice at the one right next to it.
Cool, go ahead.
Dirty 20.
Hits.
Is that one already been damaged?
It has not.
Okay. Alright, cool. So that's just a straight... Yeah, 1d6. Oh, max damage. That's 12 points of damage.
12 points. Awesome. You managed to like impact it a few times, and it's yeah, it's still standing.
I got you, Ali. And I am my turn.
Cool. That brings us to Zombie's turn, who is going to lurch into there and make an attack roll against Ali, which is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yes, it hits.
That is not very
That's 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Which brings us to top of the round. Ophelia is up first.
Which one will she attack?
Turns around at Zil.
Yeah.
She's gonna stomp over. Actually, no, she's not. She's gonna stay exactly where she is, and attack the one under, like next to the dead one.
Yeah, cool.
Underneath me.
So deck save. It saves. So half damage.
All right, 7. I haven't halved it. 7 fire, 5 poison. They'll be okay.
That is enough to do it.
Wait, like before you even told him the numbers, he was just, like dead.
Yeah, you watch the zombie just kind of like almost become a puddle of decayed flesh on the floor.
But where's the healing?
Very cool.
Is that
Underneath
It's
Soul. That's
behind
next to
Soul.
Soul.
what is Soul?
Below Soul. Here.
Left of the obelisk.
He's right here.
And that's
why
the
is it not
healing
working?
one?
Oh, it's because
How far can she move?
If you move next to Javier, you'll be fine. You
Who just
moving?
moved Soul? Did I just move Soul? I did. Oops.
I certainly
Oh.
didn't.
I was like, who moved him?
Can we
It was
move
me.
other people's
Oh, wait.
characters? Oh shit, we
Fuck
can.
off.
Sorry.
Put that thing back where it came from. Also, help me.
Alright, she's going over there for the healing. You
She
just
gets-
moving.
2d6.
Um,
6 points of health.
6 points of health.
Sweet. Thank you.
And that brings us to John.
Yeah. Punch. I'm gonna
I would
do
like to
the one
punch.
closest to me first.
Yep.
14.
Hits.
First one does. 17 points of force damage.
Cool. It is still standing.
Second attack is 26.
Hits.
For 10 points of force damage.
Cool. You managed to punch in, uppercutting his jaw, and his head just completely comes clean from the body. And he's down.
Because I'm still in normal attack range, just for flavor, when the head comes up, I'm going to jump up and I'm going to kick it into the other skeleton.
Okay.
You should have
Shale
you should have done how they do the dunks and they put it through their legs. And you should have just brought the head back down onto the other skeleton's head.
That one is a 15 to hit
Hits.
for 13 points of force damage.
You hit the head into the other head, and both heads come off.
Beautiful. No, I'm not going.
Very cool.
And then I'm going to come up, join the gang, do my last attack with flurry of
Come on, come on.
blows.
John's on the warpath.
That one is only a 13.
Hits.
Ooh. 10 points of force damage.
That's all you needed. Bang. Oh,
Yeah.
he's charmed.
Oh, he's alive. He's charmed.
He's dead. Yeah, you
Well, he's a
managed to
masochist, get him.
knock that first head into that second head. It rips from the body, and then you just duck and weave, and then crack that third head straight from the corpse.
Beautiful.
Does that end your turn?
I'm going to just do a soft bow to Ali and Charpok, and them going
So
to
charming. He says,
um,
"No way, dude.
Moe
15.
No
tips
way,
his
dude."
fedora.
Yeah.
Drew, this is the perfect time to remind you of your picture. Drew has
That's-
a fedora.
50
Oh
foot
my-
movement.
He doesn't really. He has a really
Cool.
good picture.
That's my
That-
turn.
That ends. Sweet. That brings us to Ali. You're up.
John, I love you so much. You're the best. Now, what am I meant to do?
There's still one left.
Yeah, where is he? I can't
In the
right
top.
at the top.
Yeah, that's where I
Very
went running
top.
to.
Oh, my screen was too zoomed in. Hmm.
I've realised the problem with everyone abandoning Ophelia is if everyone had the order of attack up, it blocked that half of the screen and probably missed a handful of the skeletons and shit that were all up on that side of the
Yeah.
screen.
I'm gonna go over here. And then I'm gonna mushroom a dagger.
Cool. Go ahead. Throw your dagger.
I don't get any fun things. Dirty 20?
Hits.
Eight points of necrotic damage, and what's another lightning thing? Storm strike. 1d6 lightning damage. If 2 lightning damage if they fail a Constitution saving throw, DC 14.
They make it. Just. They literally rolled a 14.
That did it already.
Whittawilly.
Dead or dead, water 14.
Oh, it still gets the 2 damage. It just doesn't have disadvantage next time.
Ah, okay. Cool. It's
So whatever
still
I said
standing.
before, and lightning damage. I'll do it again.
Go
I'll
ahead.
just throw another dagger at it. That was a roller coaster. Over 20.
Hits.
Nine.
How do you want to do it?
9.
Mm.
Yippee!
I want my dagger to explode through it again.
Okay, cool. You throw that first one, it like impacts into the like almost straight through the rib cage into the spine, and then just like explodes into a shock of electricity. You throw that second one, and it like goes straight into where the jaw meets the spine, and then just like shatters the skeleton into multiple different pieces. And we are out of combat.
I would like
Oh
to go
my
and get a
God.
piece of bone. Preferably an arm with a hand attached so I can wave it around.
Yep, you easily gather whatever you guys want to grab from the corpses. As you like take a few seconds, take a breath, you touch the ring with your thumb that you've put on, and you just hear this whisper that says, "Dig deeper. You know you want to."
So do it.
Dig deeper where?
Deeper.
Mm.
Sacrifice
stop it.
more, gain more power.
Deeper.
Sharp walk. I don't know. I mean, do you actually want me to like
about these things you say to
actually
me?
dig? Is that what you're saying? You want me to dig? Like dig like a hole?
Actually, maybe.
Just say yes.
No.
No, what?
The voice just kind of like evaporates into the air.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Consider me intrigued.
God damn it.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
What
that
else is around us after this big combat that we
You
just had?
you guys just see like the lightning continues to crackle in the sky, like corpses and broken skeletons lay out around this graveyard area. The obelisk no longer giving off any kind of presence other than its physical presence, and silence once again fills the area. And this is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Ooh, spooky.
Spoopy. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to YouTube and Twitch people. Hello, everybody. If I didn't get a chance to say hello, I was probably busy running the game.
Not good enough.
Not good
Yeah,
enough.
not good enough, right? Just fucking not good enough.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Only
for
had to
joining
control
us.
about 20 enemies.
Yeah, you know, I only had to do more than half of all the work.
We killed all the cadavers and ghouls.
Yeah, we will continue Astral Sea in 2 weeks. Otherwise, we have our session 2 of Rime of the Frost Maiden, our new campaign.
Oh my god,
next
yeah, how
Tuesday.
exciting.
So
about that?
catch us then, and yeah, we will see
Me
you
too.
soon.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.